Welcome, Watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion. It's the 29th of November, and as I promised you, I'm looking at WWF In Your House. And yes, it's a direct sequel, if you like, to WrestleMania, the arcade game. Now, you can see here there's a new option, WWF Season, which is sort of like Mortal Kombat, if you like. You basically just go through a tree of wrestlers. That sounds like a really horrendous thing to plant, doesn't it? A wrestling tree. So I'm going to be the Undertaker, and I'm going against, starting off against the British Bulldog. Now this game is, and I will warn you now, a crock of crap. Look at it. Just, yeah, look at it. With your eyes. It really is pants. And it's a shame, because this could have been so much better. I mean, it doesn't even look as good as WrestleMania, the arcade game, on the PlayStation, which is what we reviewed last week. Unfortunately, it just suffers from a bad case of cheesy sequel cash-in, I think. It's not as smooth as WrestleMania, the arcade. The controls are nowhere near as responsive, and it's just a shame. It is literally just a plug. I mean, anyway, we'll go through it, because graphically, it's not too bad. It doesn't look as sharp as WrestleMania the arcade, but there's a lot more wrestlers in this one, which I suppose is a plus. So you've got like Hunter Hearst Helmsley, the British Bulldog. They weren't in the original. There's the Ultimate Warrior. We've got Vader. We've got so many different wrestlers, but they've taken out the one thing that made WrestleMania the arcade a good game, and that's fun. I mean, even the animations on this are absolute toss. It's such a shame. Look at it. What is he even doing? It's great that they've got like the character traits again and the tombstone done correctly this time round, but it is horrible, to say the least. I mean, since when in the WWE have we ever seen Triple H wrestle in a frickin' mansion? No, didn't think so. But the detail's not there either. They've lost a lot of details. Triple H looks like he's lost his horse in this, and it's such a shame. Yeah, it's weird. I mean, I do like the fact that the tombstone actually looks proper now. They didn't really get that right in WrestleMania, but they've got it right now, at the expense of getting everything else wrong. Weird. Why is the Undertaker just standing there, flexing his, you know, like, yeah, flexing his hands? Oh, Goldust. That was a good idea to put him in this game, wasn't it? Because Goldust was so bloody popular back then, wasn't he? Oh no, wait, no, he wasn't. Yeah, so again, there's some odd choices of wrestlers here, but at least we've got a bigger roster. That is one thing that... Let's just get rid of this guy, because I can't be dealing with this. It's weird. Okay, is that Vince McMahon in the background with the that guy in the middle? Is that supposed to be Vince? Because if that's Vince, who's commentating? Anyway, it's graphically, it's a letdown. It's not as good. I like the fact that they've brought more sort of up-to-date looks for the characters, but it's a poor attempt at trying to bring something that was good. I mean, this should have been better. It's a sequel. Yes? Do we not think that sequels should be better than the original games? I mean, it's not even smooth. When the characters move around the screen, they're just literally jerking around the screen. There's no sort of, yeah, just, oh, look at that. He did a really bizarre maneuver on me, but I'm just going to tombstone him just because this game sucks. Anyway, so the controls are really, they don't respond very well at all. Trying to go for certain techniques that would have worked in WrestleMania the arcade game just don't work here. The Undertaker, I was trying to pull off a few of his moves just then, and they just wouldn't respond to the controller, so that's not a good thing at all. I just feel shameless cash in That's all I can say. I mean, why are they in the desert? What's that got to do with the Ultimate Warrior, for God's sakes? Anyway, he's just out for a casual jog, isn't he? Sound-wise, oh dear, there's just no pluses here. I tell you one thing that does entertain me, and it's something that's really stupid. If you go into the sound options in the menu, you can go through all of the audio files that are in the game. Listen to Bret Hart. He sounds like he's drugged up, because they've done the sound sampling for his voice, but they've done it too slow. So he sounds like he's having trouble, or that he's on some sort of Valium or something. And some of the voice acting in this is rubbish. And I mean, you know, you could argue, yes, they're wrestlers, they're not supposed to be actors, but there is a way, and you know, there's just no. It's just like they all did it for a cheap plug, you know, almost like, oh, that's alright, I'll get paid for this job, but I don't really want to be doing it. And that's exactly the way it sort of comes across to me. It really is a big bag of pants. In fact, a big bag of pants would probably be more entertaining than this, which is a shame, because it's got so much potential, or it had so much potential to be a great wrestling game. And it failed. It failed on everything. It failed on graphics, it failed on sound, it failed on playability. It's just not one that you'd want to pick up again. Maybe if you were a wrestling fanatic, you'd probably want to add this to your collection of games, but whether you'd want to play it again is questionable, to say the least. Yes, because The Undertaker always does his matches in a crypt. No, he doesn't. I'm the one with the purple gloves, by the way. I mean, that just looks like it nearly broke his neck. So yeah, it's a bit strange to say. What the hell is that in the background? It's just Jesus. I mean, okay, so we've got some entertainment value from just, but it's not meant to be entertaining in that respect. It's just bizarre. It's odd. It's just, well, yeah, I don't know. If this was, I don't know. I have no words. The Super Nintendo versions of like Raw and Royal Rumble just put this one to shame. And it's weird because, you know, you'd think it'd be the other way around, that the PlayStation should be able to just outmatch it. But no, this game is pure crud. There's not many games that I've played that are any, you know, that come anywhere close to being as bad as this. Although there are a few. So it's a shame. It's a wasted opportunity. It's a missed opportunity. You've got these massive superstars like The Undertaker and Bret Hart right here, and Shawn Michaels, and Owen Hart. So, like, you see, you've got a brilliant roster, but then they just go and screw it up. Look at that. I mean, there's no the animations are sort of half cut. It's like they go to do a technique, and then half the animation frames are missing. I'll tell you what, though. If you want to see a good wrestling game, then, well, it's a wrestling game because it's got wrestlers in it, but if you'd like to see an entertaining wrestling game, WWE, let me know and I will put one on, because I have just the thing in mind. I don't really want to do a wrestling week as such, but I think it's important to show that this kind of style of game can be fun, given the right environment and the right console as well. But yeah, unfortunately, as wrestling games go, this is dire, and you know, there may be people out there that are going to disagree with that, but that's cool. That's why that's the whole point of this. This is my opinion on it, and I'm pretty sure that you have eyes and you have ears, and you'll be able to figure this out for yourself. Ahmed Johnson, why? And it's just, I suppose they just went for the, I suppose I'll put this in quotations, the most popular wrestlers of the time, and stuck them in the video game. Now it's just weird. I mean, Ahmed Johnson's probably not one of the ones I would have gone with. Where's The Rock? You know? Where is Rocky Maivia? Where is The Rock? Because I'm pretty sure he would have been around at this time in the Nation of Domination. And there's none of them either. So, yeah, unfortunately. I mean, it looks a bit like Pit Fighter. In fact, Pit Fighter, as bad as that is, was better than this. Yes, I've said it. Pit Fighter is better than something. So there we go. great shame. It's just the lack of detail as well. There is just, I mean, it's awful. I can't even justify saying that the animations are good, because they're really not. There's just no fluidity here. It's great seeing the characters on the screen in their digitized forms, but honestly, they shouldn't have bothered. The wrestlers themselves should have, you know, boycotted this, I think. I mean, if you were The Undertaker, would you be happy seeing this as your representation on the screen? No, I don't think you bloody well would. So, I mean, that's horrendous. They can't even do drop kicks properly. Ahmed, you just go for a run, mate. No problem. Let's just tombstone you and get out of the way. So, you know, and the other thing is, difficulty level. Oh, this is on normal. And it's absolute cake. I mean, WrestleMania the arcade game, and I'm going to hark back to this because it's important, had a challenge with it. This is literally taking a walk in the park. It's that easy. I mean, I'm probably going to finish this in this review. I mean, yeah, you might want to go through with other characters, but really, why would you? And it's a shame. The running animations are appalling. I mean, nice that the super kick's in there, Shawn, but you know what? You should have just put your foot down and said no. But I would have really liked. I think I said this in the WrestleMania review. I would have really liked to have had a proper wrestling game with these graphics, but with the WWF Raw or even the No Mercy style of game would have been absolutely brilliant with these graphics, but with smoother animations, which was easily done by the PlayStation 1. Why they decided that this was a good idea, I don't know. And it was a pretty low-key release, and to be quite honest with you, I can see why. And I fell for it hook, line and sinker. When I first saw this, I rushed out and bought it, and then I promptly returned it because it really was, and is, a big pile of turds. So, unfortunately, this game is a complete and utter stinker. But if you must insist on going out to try it yourself, then all I can say is I tried to warn you. Please don't. Please, for the sanity, for your own sanity, don't play this. It is rubbish. It's the biggest pile of poo you'll ever play in your life, especially if you are a wrestling fan, because if you're a wrestling fan, this takes a big crap all over everything that makes wrestling fun. No, I don't have a good thing to say, so I'm probably just going to leave it there. Anyway, folks, I'm going to leave this to run for a couple more minutes. Let's see if I can finish it before the video ends, and you'll just see how easy it is. He just shot me with a card gun. I can't do this anymore. Anyway, guys, you have a great one. I'll be back very soon with a brand new review. Hopefully, something a bit better than this pile of poop. Anyway, you keep it retro. And, as always, it's bye for now. Tatty Bogle.
And I wouldn't want to be ya. What a matchup this is! The force in the WWF!
Incoming transmission.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.